Be blessed, be great, be you. Family, welcome back. Welcome back to another edition of The Father Fam on The Father Fam YouTube channel. All right, for the new people that's tuning in. Thank you guys. Round of applause to y'all. Gotta give y'all a round of applause. Thank y'all for tuning in. To my repeat offenders, welcome back. Thank y'all for kicking it with me again. I greatly appreciate y'all coming back. The first video was dope. Dope. You know. Now we gonna keep it rolling. We gonna keep going. We gonna keep going at this thing and keep kicking out that great content. All right. So as you can see, the title, we're gonna talk about first time father pregnancy experience. So pretty much, I'm going to talk about my experience going through the pregnancy process for the first time. Okay? So I'm going to get into that and just kind of tell you guys how I felt along the process, things that were kind of going on, and hopefully I'm able to help other people, and the other fathers can definitely resonate with what I'm saying, you know. So I know that not every father is going to say they felt the same way, and that's cool. That's cool. We all have our own different ways that we go about going through things, and that's cool. Also, before we get into it, let me put out something out there for the women. Okay, look, I'm not saying at all that what I went through tops what y'all go through. I'm not saying that at all. Like, y'all are growing a whole human inside of y'all, okay? You know, so y'all are going through a lot as far as your hormones, everything, man. So I'm not trying to say I'm not trying to say that what we're going through is more than what y'all are going through, okay? So I'm just throwing that disclaimer out there, and to know that y'all are the queens. Y'all growing a whole human, so I understand. I'm just giving my experience on how I felt going through the process, okay? So let's get started. Let's get into it, all right? My wife comes to me. I'm sitting on this very couch right here, watching TV, okay? My wife comes to me, hands me a pregnancy test, and it says we're pregnant. My first reaction was excitement. I was excited. I was like, man, I was happy. I was happy. But on the other hand, I was nervous as HELL. I was nervous. Y'all, I'm telling you, I was nervous. Damn near afraid. Damn near afraid. And the reason for that is because I still didn't feel like I was ready. I felt like I wasn't ready even at 31 years old, all right? And I was just nervous that I wasn't going to be a good dad. I was just I'm thinking of finances. I'm thinking of I'm just thinking of what I was doing at the time. I just felt like I wanted to be a better example. Just at last year, I didn't feel like I could honestly say I was a good example of what a father is supposed to be. As men, what we tend to do in certain situations, man, we kind of just brush our emotions to the side. So that was kind of what I was doing, was just brushing it to the side, because I knew that my wife is she's gonna be going through a lot of stuff. You know, she's going. I mean, like I said, with the hormones, all these other things that she's gonna be going through. I need to be able to help her get through that. You know, physically, emotionally, all that stuff. So I felt like that was also pressure as well for me. You know, to try to get through that, and then on top of that, we also got to think of the health of the baby as well. You know, making sure the baby is healthy. It, so that was another thing running through my mind. Uh, is the baby gonna be healthy? You know, trying to make sure she's not doing too much to where she's frustrated and that she's comfortable, as comfortable as she possibly can be. Okay, so those things were going through my mind, and okay, I'm gonna fast forward. You know, a couple weeks. Uh, my wife has goes for the sonogram. I go. Uh, First, let me say, okay, my son was born on November 14th, 2020. So we're going through all of this. We're going through all of this during the pandemic, 2020, going through the pandemic, going through all this stuff, and I go to the sonogram, go for the sonogram, and you know they check my wife in, and then I wasn't allowed to go into the room. I wasn't allowed to go into the room because of all the COVID protocols and all that stuff. You know, so I kind of felt like, okay, I'm not a part of this process. I'm not a part of the process. So that was another weird thing that I felt. I felt like I wasn't a part of the process. Uh, so the appointments I couldn't really go to, and my wife had a couple of them that I wasn't allowed to go to. So not being able to, you know, see the baby moving, uh, the baby moving in real time, you know, with my wife, it sucks. You know what I mean? It sucks. So that was so not feeling like I was a part of the process at that time, man. That bothered me, and also going to back to being at home with certain things. I just felt like I was failing. You know, I felt like I was failing. Okay, with just doing certain things, and and just failing at trying to comfort my wife, but really not knowing exactly the things that I needed to do. Uh, and and it kind of just felt like I was in the way. You know, I was just in the way. You know, and it kind of eats at you a little bit. It kind of eats at you. It kind of eats at you a little bit. So just kind of feeling like I was in the way. That wasn't much of a help. But I did. I'm not gonna sit here and say I didn't do anything. I did do some things, try to get the baby room together. You know, try to make sure the house was straight, so my wife didn't have to do too much. You know, and so I tried to do some of the small things, which was cool. But you know, I still felt like I wasn't doing enough, and I felt like I was just failing over and over and over and over again. And it just wasn't anything I could really do to help my wife. Like her going through her feeling her pain, the pain that she was feeling. I felt if I could take that from her, I wish I could. You know, I would. But just knowing that I can't help her with that, only thing I can do is comfort her. I mean, you know, it bothered me. You know, it messed with my mind. You know, uh, and it just got to a point to where this stuff was going on. There was other stuff going on too, y'all. So there was some other things going on, and I was really uh, in a depressed spot. You know, I was just really, really depressed. You know, and just felt like I didn't really. I just couldn't get things right, and still nervous about when my little man got here. You just when he gets here, am I really gonna be a good dad? You know, am I really gonna be uh, a great example to what a good father, a good black father is supposed to be. And and I was just nervous and I just couldn't get that out of my mind, man. And it just messed with me. It ate at me. Uh, and I will say that to the men that do feel the way that I feel or felt the way that I felt or going through the same feeling at this very moment, one thing that I will say is definitely try to find somebody that you can talk to, somebody that's a father that has gone through everything that you're feeling, to just kind of vent to him, to kind of talk to him, um, and get some advice from them to how to handle those emotions that you have. Because like I said, as men, what we try to do is we try to brush our emotions to the side, and that's what I tried to do. I tried to brush mine to the side. I didn't want to bring it up to my wife like that because, for one, she's going through all these different emotions and all that herself, So I didn't want to try to put that on her. I didn't feel like that was right. I felt like that was also a selfish way of thinking to put that onto her, because she's going through all of the changes and stuff like that she's going through. So I didn't want to put that on her. But one thing I will say is that I did have somebody to talk to, and that person for me was my pops. My pops, was able to tell him how I was feeling with certain things, man, and he was able to kind of talk me through some things, just talk through some things with me, to where I was able to just kind of, calm down. Because there was a point in time where I wanted to get away for a little bit. I wanted to get away for a little bit. Fellas, you already know how them hormones be. Those hormones from your significant other, your wife, how them hormones get at times while they're pregnant. And sometimes I just want to go somewhere for a little bit to kind of just get away. And I kind of was feeling like that as well. I was kind of feeling like I wanted to get away and you know, just keep to myself for a little bit. But like my pops, man, he got me through certain situations, man. Just talking to me, keeping me motivated, keeping me up, just reassuring that you're gonna be a good dad. Sometimes you need that reassurance. You're gonna be a good dad. You're gonna be a great dad. Don't think that you're gonna be good. And sometimes for us, sometimes it's that reassurance. Sometimes somebody telling you, look, you're great. You're going to be good. You're going to be great. You're going to be special. Like sometimes we just need somebody to just tell us that. You feel like, okay, when you just by yourself out here and nobody is really thinking about you, but just somebody to come up to you and say, you know what, you are special. You are great. You can do anything. Like you're you're a special person. You're gonna be great at whatever you do. And you'll be surprised. Some men don't hear that from other people. Just so for me to get that reassurance from my dad, was definitely got me through. So fellas, definitely get somebody out there, man. Somebody an uncle. It could be a cousin, something like a friend that maybe it's your friend's father. Somebody that you can sit down and you can talk to and kind of just get that stuff off your chest to vent to and get some advice from, okay? So with that all being said, I did want to get into kind of a little bit, I'm going to touch on a little bit of like, the birthing classes. Because we hear a lot about those, and people say you need to take the birthing classes to learn this and learn that, all that great stuff. Okay, I'm gonna close. I'm gonna finish it all, but I'm gonna get to this because I do want to drop this in here, especially with people that may have questions about birthing classes and stuff like that. What I will say is that all of what I learned in the in that class, I really didn't use any of that when it was time to have Kyson, my little man. When it was time to have him, I didn't listen to any of that. The breathing, touching, massaging her feet, things like that. I ain't listen to none of that. And my wife wasn't focused on that breathing crap neither. You know, she wasn't thinking about that neither. All right, so I really didn't use much of that stuff, y'all. To be honest with you, but I will say it is great just to go over it. But more than likely, you're not going to use that stuff. I mean, you might. Hey, let me not speak for everybody. I'm pretty sure that there's been people that have used all those techniques and different things like that. But also, for me, we didn't get to do it in person, so it was a little bit different for me. With going through all that during the pandemic, we did the Zoom classes or whatever, and so we really didn't get to see I really didn't know where to go like that in the hospital. So that's another thing that I want to talk about, like, fellas, like, when it's time, really try to do the best you can to know where you're going in the hospital. If you can try to get a run through before, please, so you ain't getting lost and you know where you need to go and you going from here to here quick. And make sure you know where that cafeteria is at, because that cafeteria is gonna be your best friend unless you're getting Uber Eats or DoorDash, any of those other I forget the other ones. But if you're doing that, then that's cool. But you're gonna need to know where that cafeteria is at, because that's gonna be your best friend. And just know the lay of the land, know where you need to go, all that great stuff. They gonna have food for your wife, but they're not gonna have food for you. So, like, yeah, just make that, do what you got to do as far as knowing where you need to go. All right. So, but yeah, back to what we were talking about, as far as your feelings, how I felt going through it, and the advice that I can give to the men that are going through the same thing I went through, and then to all the other new fathers that are going through the pregnancy process with their wife. One thing of advice that I can give to y'all would be to be in the moment. Okay? Be in the moment. That's one thing that I regret, that I wasn't all the way in the moment. I was just thinking so much ahead, like, of how he's gonna be, and what the things I need to do as a father when he gets here. And no, you gotta prepare. You gotta prepare to an extent. You do. But I was looking too much into it. I was just trying to drive myself crazy, even with looking up YouTube videos. YouTube videos on fatherhood. Just trying to prepare myself to what I was getting ready to be. And I didn't see a lot of videos, man. A lot of fatherhood videos. I didn't see a lot of them. Really having these type of discussions. There were some, but not a lot of them, man. And I definitely was like, man, if I can give back something to the new fathers, I'm definitely going to try to do a video to help fathers. So there's something out there that they can see, and kind of go by on how they feel and how to handle those feelings and stuff like that. So I definitely wanted to make a video, because there wasn't enough out there that I was seeing personally. My searches could have been crappy, but there wasn't much. There were some, and I just wanted to be able to help the fathers, man. I wanted to be able to lend a lending hand, man, to the fathers. So, but like I said, be in the moment, fellas. Be in the moment. Don't look too much far ahead, okay? As far as with the baby kicking, holding the stomach, and holding your wife's stomach, your significant other's stomach, all that stuff, just take all that in, man. Just take all of that in the moment and just enjoy it. Enjoy it. Do what you got to do. Comfort your wife as much as possible, your lady, uh, and stay in that moment. Because time goes by fast. Time goes by fast. Before you know it, the baby gonna be here, and then the baby gonna be 6, 7 months. my son is 7 months now, so time is flying. And he trying to crawl and all that stuff. So I'm like, dang, I remember when. I mean, my son was in NICU. I remember he was in NICU. I'm like, man, he's he crawling and he trying to talk now, and it's just a great feeling, man. It's a great feeling. It really is. But yeah, take it in, man, and just enjoy that moment. But that's all I got for y'all. That's all I got for y'all. I hope that I was a help to the fathers out there. That's all I want to be, fellas, man. I just want to try to give y'all my experience, man, and try to put it out there to the world so other fathers can see it and that they can help others. So that's all I'm trying to do, man. And I know the way I felt is not how everybody else felt, and that's cool. And there could be some ways that you felt as far as a father going through the pregnancy process, and I want y'all to put that in the comment section. Put that in the comment section, because I want people to be able to see that stuff, because something that you went through, it could be something that somebody else did, and then they see what you did, and then y'all can communicate back and forth, and then y'all can build that bond together, man. That's what I want to do. That's what this is all about, fellas. It's just us building a family together where we can come on this platform and talk to one another and support one another, and encourage us to be great fathers, man. That's what I want, man. I just want to. I know at times you hear the narrative that there's not many good fathers out there, but I know a lot of them. Trust me, I know a lot of them, and we here to build one another up, to be the best fathers that we can be. All right. So we gonna keep having these conversations. We gonna get into more things. It's gonna get to a point in time where I'm gonna bring some people on and we gonna talk and we gonna have some real conversations to help other people. So definitely, y'all, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that notification bell, because you don't want to miss, my brothers, you don't want to miss any of the stuff that we gonna be talking about and kicking out game. You don't want to miss none of that stuff, okay? Because we gonna grow together. I got a lot more growing. I'm a new dad. I got a lot of growing that I gotta do. So we gonna help each other. So I'm reaching out to y'all too. So y'all see my video, y'all, hey, give me advice. I'm 7 months in. So give me as much advice. I need as much advice as I could possibly get. All right. So yeah. So leave comments. We gonna build this family together. We gonna help one another. We gonna encourage one another, man. So hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button, and hit that like button. And we gonna keep this content going. All right. One love, always, y'all. Always, always, always. Be blessed. Be great. Be you. Be you. Ain't nobody better at being you than you. All right. Love y'all. See y'all in the next video.